Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about Old Frisian mostly, and some Old English, but mostly Old Frisian. I know I've compared in my earlier video, comparing Old Saxon, or just talking about the influence of Old Saxon and Old English, but in this video I'm going to be talking about Old Frisian because not many people know this, but Frisian, the Frisians, they've had a huge, significant influence in England. Yet, not many people know about them. I mean, in general. I mean, the thing is, the Frisians. Well, to give you for those of you who never even heard what a Frisian is, Friesland is now in a province of Netherlands. All right, and Frisian is a well, I mean, there are many. Yeah, the thing is, there are many languages of Frisian languages out there, but we'll get into some of them in this video. But it's been said that Frisian, or particularly West Frisian, is the closest language that is to English, and we'll get into that. Okay, the thing is, to give you a little backtrack, for those of you who have no background in languages or Germanic languages, okay, where did this all come from? I mean, Old English comes from Anglo-Frisian. Okay, that's a language group including all the Anglic languages and all the Frisian languages. Okay, that's something to bear in mind. And that's from a language group called the Ingvaeonic languages. And that's a branch from West Germanic. And West Germanic comes from Proto-Germanic. Okay, I know that's a lot to take in, but try to imagine a tree, and it has many branches. Okay, you have Proto-Germanic, then it branches out. The tree is growing. You have West Germanic, and within West Germanic you have more branches. Okay, you have Irminonic. That's where we get Old High German, hence what we know now as German. Then we have Istvaeonic, is where we get Old Dutch, Frankish. Then from West Germanic, sorry, yeah, Istvaeonic is Old Dutch, Frankish. Irminonic is where Old High German is. Then Ingvaeonic is where we get Old English, Old Saxon, and Old Frisian. Okay, all right, because languages, well, linguistics is a very complex thing. Like you may have to watch this video more than once to understand what I'm saying. For those of you who have no background in this, or this is all new to you, chances are it is. Anyway, so we have the Anglo-Frisian languages, and then we have something called Old Frisian. Now, Old Frisian is, again, from the Anglo-Saxon languages, and it's very similar to Old English. In order to understand Old English as it is, I mean, because if you study Old English and all you look at is Old English, you're getting a very narrow view. And the way to really understand it, you have to look at what was also around during this period. And other languages influence each other in different ways. And we can definitely see that with Old Frisian. Very much so in Old English. Yes, Old English is very much a much more Germanic language than it is now, but there's also a huge Frisian influence in Old English, and it saddens me that because of this Frisian influence, you'd think Frisian would be known as much as English is now, but that's not the case. Nobody knows what a Frisian is, unfortunately. You have to look up these things yourself. And even with historians, they say it was the Angles, the Saxons, and the Utes. And some include the Frisians, but I think that Frisians should be specifically added in, when people talk about that, because they've had an influence, a huge influence. Some argue, well, I've read somewhere that they populated a lot with the Angles, if I'm correct. I read somewhere something like that. I don't know, but whatever. I don't know. It's just a huge influence, and we'll get into that. Okay, so to give you some examples, the word for daughter in Old Frisian is dochter. So Dochter, Dochter. Imagine the word Tochter, as in German, but with a D, and then you get Old Frisian daughter, Dochter. In Old English, there is a word Dochter, which is same thing, but the only difference between the Old English version is that it has an OR, and where here it has a ER. Okay, details matter. Yeah. But then, as I see here on Wiktionary, there's even a word in that today that descended into West Frisian. Yeah, West Frisian. In Frisian, West Frisian. You have Dochter. You know, it's that word hasn't changed. I'm pretty sure it has changed to some degree. Maybe not. Things I haven't looked at West Frisian specifically to really examine it. But yeah, I mean, some words change over time. Some they don't, which is cool because languages are really organisms. All right. So yeah, and let's go over some other words. Okay. Pronouns. Now this is very significant. Okay. Just hang on a second. Okay, so we're looking at Old Frisian pronouns here. Okay, this is from Wiktionary.org, and we have ik, we got me, min, thu. I think it's thu or thu. Yeah, because thu evolved into du, like in du hast. You know. Anyway, in German. Then we got thee. Then we got theen. We got he. He as in but Old English is he. We got hinna, just like in Old English. We got him, just like in Old English. And this is where it's a little different. Well, yeah, in Old English you do have this too, seen, which is kind of like saying his. And then we got heo. In Old English it's heo. Yeah, and then we got hia. Well, I don't know why people still do this, even in Old Frisian, where they put the accent on the second vowel when it should be in the first. Anyway, then we got hita, which is the same thing in Old English, meaning her. But Old Frisian also has hiata. Yeah, there's that. And then, interestingly enough, the same word for it in Old English is the same thing in Old Frisian. Hit, him, seen, we, user. Ye. Okay, this is where it differs. It has a J here. Old English doesn't have a J, but you got ye, you got you, you got yo, you, yo, and they get youer. So that's like ewer in Old English. Then we got third person plural here. We got hia. Well, yeah, hia. That's like in Old English hia. We got him. Got hirem, hiarem. I know I'm pronouncing as if the accent's on the first vowel when it should be that. Yeah, because thing is, guys, you shouldn't take everything for granted, especially on a site like Wiktionary. You have to look at other sources to confirm what's on the internet is correct. All right, so and then we got hira and we got hiara. Yeah, so that's something to bear in mind. We got ik right there. You know, so but yeah. Anyway. Now, moving on with Old Frisian. Now, Old Frisian, as it says here in Wikipedia, if Wikipedia is correct, that this is a language that was around in the 8th century to the 16th century. So, 700s to the 1500s. But there's some debate on the term Old Frisian. I mean, some would say that the Frisian of the times of the Anglo-Saxons was actually, some would say, I think Proto-Frisian. I'm not too sure. I read something like that, or I don't know. It's really like not every linguist agrees on the labels of things, and that's something to bear in mind. Yeah. Okay. So with Old Frisian, the thing is with Old Frisian compared to Old English that there are not many texts about. In Old Frisian, I mean, I think you have a few laws in Old Frisian, yeah, that's something to bear in mind. But when they came to England, I'm just going to read out an excerpt from a book called, it's called A Grammar of Old Frisian, and you could find this grammar book on what's it called, Wiktionary. Not Wiktionary. Archive.org. You can go to archive.org. You could find a grammar of Old Frisian by, what's this guy's name? Who's the chap that wrote this? It was by, come on, Adley H. Cummings. All right, Adley, Adley, and then H with a dot, Cummins. Yeah, Cummins. Cummins. All right, a grammar of the Old Frisic. Well, I guess that's an older spelling. And you got to bear in mind, this grammar book here is I think it was written in the early 1900s or something like that, maybe. Yeah, some of this stuff is a little dated, but anyway. Right. So give you the excerpt I want to read. Goes like this. I guess. And this is about a guy named Halbert Small. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry, Halbert, if I'm pronouncing another Frisian name incorrectly. I need to work on my Frisian. Anyway, it says here, Mr. Halbert Small, this word escapes me. Indefatigable explorer of Frisian antiquities, has said that the inhabitants of the east of England, where its Germanic invaders landed, and especially of Kent, Sussex, and Hampshire, vividly recalled to him the Frisians in speech and general characteristics. There are various spots in England where there are traces of the Frisians of ancient and modern times. Now take the word modern quite with a grain of salt here, because bear in mind this was written around early 1900s or somewhere around there. This is not a recent book written like 5 years ago. No, this is pretty old. Bear in mind. Modern times, and for example, Halifax, to which many excellent weavers, with whom Friesland formerly abounded, migrated, in whose homely verse is the following saying. I don't know, this is my guess on how this would be pronounced, but Good bread and butter and cheese is good Halifax and good Fries. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Hang on. There we go. So, good bread, I think bread and butter and cheese is good Halifax and good Fries. Okay, I don't know whether people today still have this motto, if you will. Perhaps in some parts of Halifax today, you might find some of this. But, yeah, I mean, not many people know about that. I mean, how even up to later in history that the Frisians still have an influence. Because I mean, beyond linguistics, I mean, the Frisians are ethnically very similar to English people. That's something to bear in mind. I mean, the Germanic tribes, they intermingled with one another. I mean, the Frisians and the Angles, they really, because Anglic or Anglo-Frisian, I mean, they both have the same alphabet. The Anglo-Frisian runes. That's something to bear in mind. But what else can we talk about? I mean, what I'm going through here is a very brief overview of Old Frisian and this Frisian in general, really. But as far as Old Frisian is concerned, I would think it would have perhaps the same gutturalness, if you will, of Old English, and same palatalization. So you have yeah, and I don't know about yeah. I don't know about the velar voice for G, the sound, but Grendel G. But I know it has a sound, as in German. But and the G can be a Y. But I haven't studied Old Frisian in great depth to really know. However, I do have another channel called Learning Old Germanic Languages, which eventually will get into Old Frisian. And basically that second channel is where I like, it's the same thing as this channel, but like other old Germanic languages. So yeah. But the interesting thing about Old Frisian, it's similar to Old Norse in regards to the verbs. Because in most West Germanic languages, how can I say this? In most Germanic languages, verbs, the infinitive of verbs end with an. Like helpan is the same thing as it is in Old Saxon, Old High German, and so forth. But in Old Frisian, the word to help is, the verb to help is helpa. Yeah, there's no final n. It's just helpa. You know, or give you another example. Like around this period, the verb to be was wesan. You know, as in Old English and Old Saxon, but in Old Frisian, it's. Hang on. Where are you, Old Frisian? I'm gonna find you. Hang on. I'm on Wiktionary. Where is it? Proto-Germanic. Yeah, it's Weza. So yeah, it's that's something to bear in mind. Yeah, I mean, languages evolve differently. I mean, whether the Norse had influence on Old Frisian or something like that, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's something that's significant. You know, cool. So anyway, now for some fun stuff. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, another example of Old Frisian is the word night, and the word night in Old Frisian is Nacht. The same way you spell it in German. N-A-C-H-T. Nacht. It's, yeah. It's interesting how these languages, even 1,000 years ago, are closer to languages today. You know, so yeah. Or these words haven't changed for 1,000 years. You know, that's so it's like a linguistic freezer, if you will. But let's have some fun now. There's a video here called Frisian Pronunciation Selected Words. And it's basically a guy reading out Frisian words. And you guys are going to see, we're going to test my Frisian pronunciation, given my linguistic Germanic background that, you know, because I mainly deal with Germanic languages only. So let's see how well I do. And please don't be harsh on me. For those of you who actually are Frisian, you know, you're proud of your language. Oh, he pronounced that wrong. How dare he? Anyway, I mean, Frisian is not my first language, but I do like your language very much. So for the sake of fun, let's get on with this.
Acht.
I hope that's loud enough.
Oh. But.
Okay.
Better.
Okay.
Bien.
Alright, so. Alright. Here we go. Hang on, just preparing it. Zoom in into the words. No! Why can't I do this? No. Uh-oh. Computer's messing up. Not cool. Uncool. Okay. Maybe we'll stop doing this. Hang on. Okay, alright, it stopped. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Acht.
Ah, damn it!
Al.
Okay, so.
Acht.
Al.
But.
Better.
Bien.
Bloed.
Broer.
Biet.
Dai.
Ding.
Dochter.
Drink. Eer. Vaar. Feest. Vief. Fisk. 40. Fjouwer. Voort. Vol. Goed. Goos. Grien. Haat. Hoorn. Heer. Het. Hiem. Hillig. Hoorn. Honger. Hond. 100. Hunning.
Hoes.
Hoes.
Ien.
Ien.
Iepen.
Jitten.
Jidde.
Jidde.
Iek.
Eek.
Is.
Is.
Ik.
Ik.
Is.
Is.
Ier.
Eer.
Jiske.
Jusker.
Jong.
Jong.
Kaad.
Called.
Keel.
Keel.
Knibbel.
Knibbel.
Kool.
Kool.
Koon.
Corn.
Kwik.
Quick.
Laam.
Lam.
Lang.
Lang.
Leef.
Leef.
Lever.
Lever.
Midden.
Midden.
Moanne.
Moane.
Moer.
Moor.
Malke.
Malke.
Monne.
Monne.
Moes.
Moos.
Nacht.
Nacht.
Namme.
Namme.
Neken.
Nitten.
Nail.
Nile.
Nee.
Nee.
Njoggen.
Noggen.
Noord.
Noord.
Nulle.
Nulle.
Oer.
Oor.
Reet.
Reet.
Rijn.
Rijn.
Ring.
Ring.
Jucht.
Jurcht.
Saad.
Salt.
Zoon.
Zoon.
Seer.
Seer.
Sais.
Sais.
Sit.
Sit.
Sjug.
Sjurg.
Skerp.
Skerp.
Snie.
Snie.
Stien.
Stien.
Storm.
Storm.
Stoel.
Stoel.
Zwar.
Zwaar.
Teen.
Teen.
Tiene.
Tiene.
Twanne.
Twanne.
Tonge.
Tonge.
Tonger.
Tonger.
Top.
Top.
Drieën.
Trien.
Treien.
Treien.
Zien.
Chien.
Twa.
Twa. Twa. Un. Oet.
Waar.
Waan.
Waskje.
Vaskje.
Wat.
Wat.
Wolle.
Wolle.
Wut.
Wurt.
Wien.
Wien.
Wiet.
Wiet.
In.
In.
Eat.
Eat. Okay. Whoa. All right. That was. Some of those words were not easy to pronounce. Yeah, some of them, because Old English is very phonetic, and for me to see this, I gotta remind myself that modern languages are not phonetic. Well, some are, but most of them aren't. Yeah, that was cool. Some of the words are very similar to Old English or even English. Some of them are quite different, but hey, I mean, that was cool. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, a lot of people know about the Frisians, but like, that's it. I mean, well, this is West Frisian, okay? This is specifically because there are many Frisian languages, and in fact, I got a map here, okay, to show you all of them. Well, most of them. Anyway, so I'm going to show you. Hang on. And here we have the map of the Frisian languages. So we got Netherlands right there, Netherlands, and then we got province of Frisian. Well, a long time ago, all of this used to be Frisia back in the good old days, but not anymore. Anyway, so we're at the North Sea here, and we got West Frisian is about around there. And we got East Frisia there, and we got their dialect. Well, the only living East Frisian language I think we have now is Saterland Frisian, and Saterlandic Frisian is it's actually a minority language in Germany. And like they're I mean it should be survive. It should survive because like I mean you think Frisian is like old like English. I mean this language here, this dialect of Frisian is very very much like Old English. And English. We got the dialects there, and then we have North Frisia, which is by Denmark. And some speculate that some of these words in North Frisian languages may have remnants of continental Anglo. Who knows? But yeah, so this is basically a map of where these Frisian languages would be. All right. So yeah, moving on. So North Frisian languages. All right. So and there are quite a lot of them. You got all these are the islands and the dialects of them. So there's quite a number of them. And as I said before, that some speculate that how can I say this? That some speculate that continental Anglo or the Angles may have survived. Their words may have survived, and this is where I think maybe because you have words like brother. Excuse me. You have here like I think this would be pronounced maybe as as a bruder. Maybe because you have the F there. What is that doing there? That's an old symbol. What's that doing there today? And then you have others. You got sester, you got mutter, you got father. Whoa, what's that doing there? That that F. Like I don't. And the sad thing about these dialects, they're dying. Not many people know about them. There's a lot of speculation of why they're dying. some say it's due to Danish and German tourists that come in there a lot, and so there's a Danish and German influence there. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, you go browder there. You go, yeah. It's, all these words, you know. Oh, and so if you're Frisian or from, you know, and you got extinct dialects down here, I mean, it's all, you know, I mean, preserve your dialect. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this long video on essentially the Frisians, especially Old Frisian, and how similar it is to Old English and how it isn't similar. And yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. I make videos every Saturday and sometimes surprisingly throughout the week. And if you want to help this channel out financially, please become a patron at my Patreon page down below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.